Final Fantasy XV has been one of the most anticipated games for a long time now. As the game's release is closer than ever, in this video we'll be taking a look at 20 must-know gameplay and story facts about the game. Let's get right into this. Number 1. FF15 takes place on Eos, a world similar to modern-day Earth. All of the world's countries except the Kingdom of Lucius are under the dominion of the Empire of Nilfheim. Noctis, heir to the Lucian throne, goes on a quest to retake his homeland and its magical crystal after it's seized by Nilfheim on the eve of peace negotiations between the two nations. Number 2. Noctis' core party will be comprised of 4 men. Noctis himself, of course, Gladius, the eldest son of a noble family, Ignis, a man raised alongside Noctis to be his advisor, and Prompto, who is more carefree and from a lower-class family. Lady Luna, princess of the royal family of Tenebrae, is also one of the main characters of the game, although not a member of the core party. Guest characters will also join and leave the party throughout the story, similar to Final Fantasy XII. Number 3. The relationship between Noctis and Luna is one of the key story elements of the game. The two were childhood friends and were set to wed as a part of a peace treaty between Lucius and Nilfheim. Luna's character is expected to have a lot of depth, and the dynamic between her and Noctis is said to be a lot more complex than a typical love story. Number 4. Final Fantasy XV is powered by Square Enix's Luminous Studio engine. The FF15 episode Duske demo used version 1.5, while the final game will be using version 2.0. Compared to the 20,000 polygons used for the Final Fantasy XIII characters, Final Fantasy XV will be using 100,000 polygons for its characters, and an overall usage of 5 million polygons per frame, pushing 150 million polygons per second. A lot of numbers, just know that it's pretty impressive. It's in fact one of the highest polygon counts ever for a video game. Number 5. Combat in Final Fantasy has always been a core component, and Final Fantasy XV is a bit of a change of pace. The battle system in Final Fantasy XV is called the Active Cross Battle. Battles are seamless with 0 load times taking place in real-time environments using all regions of the field, from high-up buildings till down-low streets. Battles against huge enemies are carried out in the same fashion as standard battles, but enable exclusive party cooperative actions.
And now we see you instructing one of your comrades to do a specific technique and unleash it when you want to.
Number 6. Noctis can warp around the field and throw his sword and warp to that location. He can warp to a short distance in front of himself, but he can only teleport over long distances to enemies and certain locations marked by a glowing icon denoting a warp spot. Warping along with special moves and dodging requires MP to perform. Number 7. Speaking of MP, magic actually doesn't cost any MP. Weather will have a direct impact on magic, with different types having various effects on weather platforms. Fire catches grass on fire, wind will blow out fire, etc. Number 8. In combat, when a party member's HP falls to 0, they enter a danger state and are unable to attack or use abilities, and taking damage now depletes the character's maximum HP. A character can rescue another character from danger status by interacting with them. If the gauge depletes completely, the party member will be knocked out. If the max HP has been damaged, then the player will need to go back to the camp to heal. And obviously the game is over when Noctis himself is knocked out. Number 9. Summons have obviously always been a major part in Final Fantasy, and that'll be no different in FF15. The summons are based on a ranking system by their size. For example, the Leviathan is one of the top ranked summons. The summonings are obtained in various ways, from beating them in battle, discovering them, etc. Number 10. The game also has a wait mode, which is an option that allows you to gain a strategic advantage by momentarily pausing the action and making the game easier to play for those who aren't versed in action games. While in wait mode, the player can freely target enemies, aim magic spells, select teammate abilities, and so on. This mode can be switched on and off during any point in the game.
With pleasure.
Number 11. The party members have their own skill trees and learn new abilities the player can invoke at will, such as having Ignis mark an enemy with a warp point for Noctis, or for Prompto to use a flare that lights up the battle area and may stun some enemies sensitive to the light.
任意でプレイヤーが仲間に対してコマンドの指示を出し、こういった特殊な技を出すことも当然可能です。
But it's not just relying on them to use their techniques via...
Number 12. In terms of scale, Final Fantasy XV will be one of the biggest JRPGs ever. The game will sport about 200 hours of total gameplay across its main story and side quests. The main story itself should take around 40 to 50 hours if you rush through and avoid the side and extra content. Number 13. The quests in the game are broken into 4 categories. Those that are just for fun, which are mini games like fishing, chocobo races, etc. Monster hunts, which we saw in the Duske demo, regional quests, and of course the main storyline quests. Number 14, camping is a very important feature in Final Fantasy XV. Camps can be set up at any time of the day, but can only be set up on safe areas marked on the map. Using a camp progresses time to the next day, and when the day is over, acquired experience is calculated to give players their levels.
You'll get to see the different personalities of the different characters in your party, and they all fulfill different functions at the camp, as you've just seen here.
はい、日中の冒険の経験が夜キャンプをすることでこのようにプレイヤーのステータスになって
Number 15, the car has been a prominent featured element to Final Fantasy XV. It's known as the Regalia, and it can be driven either manually or put on autopilot. Obviously, to get around, you can still walk around, and you can ride on chocobos. Trains are also available, and you'll be able to explore them while riding on them. Number 16, back to the Regalia, you'll be able to upgrade it to the point of it becoming an airship, allowing the party to fly across the world map. A quote from director Hajime Tabata said, "You can fly anywhere you'd like, but you need to find a road to land on. It's not 100% land anywhere, take off anywhere, fly everywhere, but we really wanted within the system we've created to give the player the freedom to fly as freely as possible. Anywhere they could. There's a great level of freedom they can get from that." Number 17, the game will have a full day and night cycle. At night, towns will light up with people turning the lights on in their homes. Strong monsters will emerge during the night. One day in the game world was 45 minutes in the episode Duskgate demo, but it's not confirmed whether or not that'll be the case in the final game. Number 18, virtual reality has been an emerging topic in gaming, and Final Fantasy XV will be involved with it. Post-launch, Final Fantasy XV will have a virtual reality experience where players can play as Prompto for the PSVR headset. Although outside of that, not much else is known. Number 19, at this point, the long journey of Final Fantasy XV has been well publicized. For those that don't know, the game was announced back in 2006 as a PlayStation 3 exclusive titled Final Fantasy Versus 13. For the first few years after its debut, it seemed development had been moving along, but at some point information just stopped dropping about the game, leading to many believing the title had been cancelled. Obviously, that was not the case, as the game was finally re-revealed at E3 of 2013 with the new title of Final Fantasy XV. Number 20, some of you guys have been waiting 10 years to finally play Final Fantasy XV, so what's the exact day you'll be able to play it on? The game is currently scheduled for a worldwide release on September 30th, 2016 for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So that wraps up 20 must-know gameplay and story facts about Final Fantasy XV. What do you think? Are you excited for FF15, or has the long wait burned you out? Comment your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.